If somebody were to ask you, what is Hanukkah? You would probably start by telling them the story. You know, the one with the Syrian-Greeks who wanted to force the Jews to worship idols and abandon Judaism, and the small army of Jews led by Judah the Maccabee that rebelled against them and defeated them in battle against all odds. And then you tell them the second part of the story, when the Jews returned to the temple in Jerusalem and found only 1 day's worth of pure oil to use for the daily menorah lighting. Miraculously, that small bit of oil burned for 8 days. But here's where it gets interesting. The rabbis of the Talmud asked the same question that we did. They asked, what is Hanukkah? What does it commemorate? And they also tell the story. But they fast forward to the second half, the part with the oil, as if that miraculous battle when the weak Jews defeated the mighty Greeks didn't even matter. All they talk about is the oil. So why? Why does the Talmud care so much about this miracle with the oil and skip over the battle entirely? Well, think of it this way. Everything in the world has two parts, physical and spiritual. For example, we all have a body and a soul. The soul is the essence of our identity. It's the essence of life, and being purely spiritual, it uses the physical body to engage with the world, to do mitzvahs and things like that. So without the soul, the body is lifeless. Now, just as we have a soul and a body, the story of Hanukkah also has a soul and a body. The body of Hanukkah, the physical victory, was the battle. But the soul of Hanukkah, the spiritual victory, was the victory of Judaism itself. And that was represented by the miracle of the menorah. Here's something most people don't think about. When we say there was only 1 jug of oil left in the temple, that's not exactly true. There was actually plenty of oil. It's just that the 1 jug was the last of the oil that remained spiritually pure after the Greeks ransacked the temple. The rest of the oil was still there, it was just defiled. Now, what does that mean? Well, on the physical level, it doesn't mean anything. Impure oil looks the same as pure oil, and it burns just as brightly. So if they could have used that oil for the menorah, why didn't they? The answer is because that's exactly what the Greeks wanted, and that's exactly what the Jews fought against. The Greeks wanted the Jews to do the mitzvah on the physical level only, and leave the spiritual stuff behind. The Maccabees put their lives at risk by battling against the Greeks, and they were motivated by a spiritual cause, their right to fulfill mitzvahs properly, to go above and beyond for God. And specifically because we were so committed to performing this mitzvah in the best possible way, God rewarded us with a supernatural miracle that enabled us to do it right. And that's why the identity of Hanukkah, the what is of Hanukkah, is the light of the menorah, and not the physical battle. And that's why to this day, we light menorahs in our home, each night adding 1 candle, increasing the light. And we share the light with the world outside, making sure it reaches every corner of our physical existence. What is Hanukkah? It's definitely not a minor holiday. It's as cosmic as the soul. And with the light of the Hanukkah candles, we can burn straight through the darkness.